So, introduce yourself.
I'm Jack Renaghan. I'm a PBP activist here in Dundalk. We're just out here today because the fascists have called another protest against immigration centre. As we've seen around the country, these protests always turn violent. We burning down buildings in Coolock, in Newtown and Kennedy, and Dundalk. We're standing up and we're saying we're not going to let that happen. We're out here today. It's a united front. We've successfully repelled them for 2 weeks, and we're going to do it again today. There's more of us than them, and we're the real will of the Irish people, not the people who went up to Belfast yesterday and marched hand in hand with loyalists. Yeah. We're here saying we're not going to let British fascists co-opt our flag and co-opt our people into doing their dirty work.
Brilliant. And what did you think of the display like yesterday in Belfast, seeing the tricolour alongside the...
It's filthy. It's filthy seeing our flag. It's been used by the Irish fascists for a while now, trying to claim it, and then they really showed their true colours yesterday, marching hand in hand with the Union Jack next to them, loyalists next to them. And they come around, come out and take it as a victory, where it's not. That's Ireland's never been about that. We're not anti-migrant. James Connolly famously said, let no Irishman toss a stone at an immigrant unless he hits his own clansman.
Yeah.
It's sickening, and it's people like Tommy Robinson. It's Herman Kelly worked again, fed bullshit from Nigel Farage. That's who these people have been co-opted by, and it's not just they're not all fascists. It's disenfranchised working class people who the country's gone to shit because of the government and austerity, and it's unfortunate that anger's been seized by these loyalists, Westboro scum.
Yeah, good man. And do you think? I'm going to tell you what I think, and then I'll ask you to respond to that. Do you feel, would you agree with the statement that they exposed themselves a wee bit yesterday with their choice of ally in Belfast?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And do you think that might echo through the country a little bit?
Yeah, you even see it, there's been a bit of a fracture here in the Dundalk says no side after they got $5,000 from Tristan Tate.
Saw that this morning, yeah.
To buy speakers and there's been a bit of a fracture among that because they're this is not some people didn't agree with that, but the shadowy organisers of it are all too happy to take money from an alleged sex trafficker, and see it there yesterday walking up, standing hand in hand with loyalists, burning down buildings in Belfast, chanting for Tommy Robinson to be let free. It's they really showed themselves. And, it should be the turning point among the ordinary decent people who've been co-opted by the talking points of my life's hard. It's easier to blame the foreigner than to blame the government and the lack of spending in public services. And they should really see yesterday what they were doing. They were walking hand in hand with people who've terrorised Irish people for 800 years. Still, they're talking about our country being invaded and occupied by migrants when they were happy to walk up to the occupied 620s and shake hands with loyalists. And it's just they don't see the irony.
Yeah.
And it's
unfucking believable. I'll be honest with you, that one I never really thought I would ever see that. As twisted as I know politics can be on the ground, I never thought I would see that.
They're there, Irish fascists and British fascists, hand in hand shaking hands. We've got to take our countries back. Countries. Well, how does that work? How does an Irishman take his country back and a British man take their country back?
Yeah.
When the British are claiming part of our country.
Yeah.
But they don't see that. And all they see is the whipped up fake hate for people that look different than them.
Yeah, exactly that there. So, how many times have you been out here? Is this the third time
This
now?
is the third week in a row.
Third week in a row, right?
Yeah,
okay.
So first week, it was a snap thing. It was with a couple of days' notice. We successfully seized where they wanted the protest, and we didn't let them march over here, and we drowned them out, and it came out as a victory. Afterwards, Herman Kelly and the Freedom Party and all the fascist organisers went down to the Claremont, Larry Goodman's restaurant in the Blackrock, and we're having a nice meal while the frenzy they whipped up in the people in Dundalk ended up with the public order unit pepper spraying and arresting 3 people. And then like the next week we had more time to plan and organise, and we way more people here, and they ran away. They marched down the town to the square because they didn't like that we were training them out and there was more of us here, and we followed them around, and then like they just petered off. Then they could do nothing. They made some nasty threats on videos, but they did nothing. They were threatening to like burn them out and ram us with cars, but like they're all talk, they're all bark.
And so finally, what do you expect to happen here today?
This week, I should see the numbers. There's a handful of people on their side. Our side is a lot more people, and we haven't even reached half 4 when we called the protest. And we're just showing like the people of Dundalk and like to the people of the country that you can stand up to the fascists and fight back. Like we won't let our town become another Coolock or new town by Kennedy, where the fascists come and we're too scared to come out and say no to them. Too scared to like stand up for what you believe in. And like we're seeing that they're getting less and less numbers on their side every week. We're getting more and more. And like it's.
Well, I think the scenes coming out of Belfast might have, if anyone was thinking twice about coming today on our side, I think the scenes from Belfast may have rallied them a little bit. And finally, sorry, I said the last one was finally, why have they chosen here? And also, just explain to my audience, why have they chosen here, and are they shipping in from outside?
Yeah, so they're chosen here because this building here is going to be used to house Ukrainian refugees, and they don't want this. Like, as we've seen around, they don't want to just say voice their opinion and say no. They want to burn down buildings. That's what they do to these IPAS centres, and that's why we've chosen here in Dundalk. So
you're countering a threat of real violence?
A real threat of violence. Like they had on their videos last week. A man from one of the Coolock says no fellas, Sean Crow, was on his live stream being like, burn them out, ram them with cars. I'm sick of this peaceful shit. I want to like. Exactly. Yeah, and like after the first week of protests, they went around to where these migrants were living, just on Park Street, and the day after kicked in their front door. That's what happens when we let them go unopposed. But they haven't done violent things since, because they see that the good people of Dundalk are standing up. As you can hear.
Brilliant. Thank you, James. I'll send that on whenever. So, introduce yourself. So there we go. I said thank you, James, at the end of that. Jack, his brothers, James. There's two of them. Two cool dudes. Two cool dudes in the one family, which is more than your fair share. The Renaghans, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Anyway.